I just use these little tea light things. They're real cheap. They're kind of small. They last for several hours. If you ever can get them lit. There. See? And then I flip that thing over that kind of just separates the bowl from it. And I've got to get some things together, so while I'm getting things together, I'm gonna just let that warm up. Somebody left their dog home alone, it sounds like. So let's see how thick that is. We want about 3/8 to 1/4 of an inch on the bottom on this. I'm not gonna be trimming a foot ring. I'm just gonna leave these flat on the bottom. Garlic keepers. They're kind of small. And there's no need for a foot. I've got my water on the opposite side of me, and I'm gonna try to get used to it. Janice Hughes suggested instead of doing everything with your right hand or your right side, you should probably assign some duties to your other side, just to balance out your efforts and so forth. Boy, this clay is wet, and there's something in there. Let's see what well, look at that. That is grass or a leaf or something. I could feel it. Whoa. All right, let's see if we can get back on that. Now that feels better. I thought, boy, that's a weird feeling, air bubble. Okay. So remember that everything you make is going to shrink. So instead of making a cute little thing, you want to make a fairly enlarged thing, whatever it is. And you probably should get yourself a shrink ruler, or at least, I guess I could hold it right, a shrink ruler. At least one thing you can do probably is lay a ruler on a copy machine, and if you have the ability on your copy machine to enlarge something by percentages, you probably need to figure out how much your clay that you're using shrinks. Mine shrinks about 14 to 15%, so I'm always using the ruler, the side of this that's facing me. And if you'll notice, these inches are larger than they would be on a regular ruler. So this tells you that you need to make stuff this, like if you want it 4 inches, you have to make it 4 inches according to this if you want it to end up that way. So they're available at any ceramic equipment supply tool, like any of the places where you buy your clay would probably have one or be able to get one for you. So easy to come by, or you can do it on the copy machine. I'm not sure how reliable the copy machine thing is, but you're going to get close. Okay, so let's see. I'll get used to having that water over there eventually. See, I like, now this is easier to hang on to inside of something than this is. So I think I'll use this instead. Doesn't have to be clean, it just needs to have, you know, the junk off the edge. Okay, so let's slow her down. And let's see if we can I just want to push the edge out a little bit. Yeah. This is some of that clay that I reclaimed, and it's still pretty wet. All right, so let's take our throwing stick. This is a ruler that I cut up. I think I have a real throwing stick somewhere, but I use it for burnishing mostly. This is the throwing stick that you buy, and then it has a curved end over here. I like that. But this one's handy too. Let's see, we'll go under it with a needle tool, just to loosen it from the back a little bit. Turn it off, and it makes that a whole lot easier to remove. Boy, this is wet. I think I'll leave my bag open tonight. There. Now I'll trim that. Once it's leather hard, I'll be trimming it. Let's see if we can collar this top end just a little bit. So I'll be poking little holes in it and trimming it and making a lid. Well, that's crooked, isn't it? really think I'm gonna have to move my water back. Okay, I'm about to do the lid, but before I do, I'm gonna measure this. This is a wire clothes hanger that I cut out. It's just as easy to keep up with and doesn't cost as much as having something fancy, but you can have something fancy, it's okay. Okay, so I've got that just about right, but since this is gonna be a lid that's gonna fit down inside of this, I definitely need to go from inside to inside. And I think I have it right there. So with another one, now this measurement is just to eyeball it, but I don't want the lid to stick out further than this shoulder on the pot, so I'm gonna get an outside idea. I think that would be good right there. It's about, gives me about 1/4 of an inch on either side. Whoops. Gives me about 1/4 of an inch on either side of the outside of that. So the one that I have the bend in is the inside, and this is the outside, no bends. Okay, that's how I keep it separate or straight or something. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and so the body of the garlic keeper is about 1 pound, and this is about 1/4 of a pound. So let's see if we can get a lid out of this. Now I'm going to use one of my measuring devices. I'm going to use the outside one, and I know that I can go out there with the lid, or with the flat part. So I don't know what to call this lid. It just fits to the inside. It's kind of flat, and then it'll have a little thing that goes to the inside of the. Now I want it to be about the same thickness as the walls of my garlic keeper. Good, so that's about plenty right there. Close up that little hole. So let's see where we are. Oh, I got plenty of room. Plenty of room. Now this is going to fit on the inside of the little pot. And this All right, so here we are on the outside. That's going to be plenty. Let me take my very expensive tool, my popsicle stick. And I'll put it right there. Okay, now, so this one needs to go on the outside of this little thing because it's going to fit to the inside of the pot, and I can go out on that. Quite a bit. I think that's going to do on that part. And I think I need to trim that. Okay. So there's a nice swirl inside the lid. And check measurements again. If you're going to put one side of this down or try to get close, you can always put this side down, but don't get the other side down. Okay, now that, let me get it where you can see it. There's one side.